So one thing that's super fascinating is whenever the UK media turns on William, especially when Harry is trending, Harry is dominating headlines, and they choose to side with Harry, they choose to back Harry. You know damn well that William has refused to cave in or give them what they want. That is clear as day and night. So right now, the UK media is actually trolling William. I never thought I'd see that day. I mean, I usually see, but then again, they will backtrack, the same old after William gives in and gives them what they want. So it's no surprise, but it's so humiliating right now, given that he is trying everything to appear relatable in Rio. He's cosplaying his brother, and it's so cringe. He's being clowned left, right, and center on the internet. We were like, well, if you want to know, how the monarchy is going to look like, well, here you have the symbol. That is William, literally on the sand. I don't know, whatever that position is, playing beach volleyball. And he's doing too much, and people are not happy about that. So, he is cooked when the UK media literally prefers Harry. Harry, who they day in, day out write nasty articles about. They say he's irrelevant, he's unpopular, oh, they love William, William is the good brother. But one thing I am convinced, and this is in my own opinion, take it with a grain of salt, is the fact that the UK media low-key likes Harry. They do like Harry. They love Harry. That's why they are constantly asking Harry, Harry, please come back. Your valuable asset to the firm. Harry, could you please come back and be doing more royal engagements? I mean, William is a total embarrassment, and then you have Mumbles as his partner. It's a disaster. So they want Harry and Meghan back. But since it's William who is their master, controlling them and doing what to do and abusing and bullying his brother and sister-in-law, well, that's it. But Loki, they will rather have rather have Harry than have William. They may not publicly admit that, but they do, because now they're taking shots at William in light of everything that's happening right now, where he's being cloned. So you had the Telegraph, and this is going very, very viral. So they said, Prince William appears on Sugarloaf Mountain, and still Harry steals the headlines. Damn! Shots fired, shots fired. William, the one incandescent with rage, is not going to be happy about that. You better believe they're going to be getting that phone call. You have to believe they're going to get that phone call, because this is not happy. This is not happy at all. Like, this is not entertaining at all. So, William, when it was announced that Harry will be in Canada this week to meet with the veterans, let me tell you, the meltdown was insane. You had William's minions saying Harry is stealing the spotlight from who? William. Or Harry is trying to upset William, or Harry scheduled his events around Harry. Around William. Mind you, Harry was invited way back. This was already planned. This is not just that Harry woke up today and said, I'm going to Canada tomorrow. These things are scheduled, they're planned, and then, they're executed. But no, the minions, who are the royal experts or the royal commentators, again, were running mouth saying that, oh, Harry is taking the spotlight, or William would be furious, or Harry did this intentionally. And you know what's crazy? If they had just kept quiet and put the spotlight on the one they claim is more popular, no one would bother. But the fact that they made everything about Harry announcing that he's going to be in Rio, literally had them distracted. Like, everything, William's Rio trip, no one cared about that anymore. It's just Harry everywhere. Imagine being the future king, and imagine being someone who's been yapping about this trip to Rio for almost a year now, and then it happens. Your brother just makes an announcement, like a tiny bit of an announcement, that he is going to be in Canada, and all hell breaks loose. Man is pissed that he knows, because he knows his brother is going to take the spotlight away from him. He knows the spotlight will be on Harry. Harry's not even in Canada yet, and he's the talk of the town. Everything is Harry. To a point, you have the Rangers literally inciting Canadians to boo Harry because he was cheering for the Dodgers. Yeah, that's how Harry's influence and power. That is Harry to the bone. That is Harry. I kid you not. The UK media know what they're up to. And of course, when it comes to William does not make international headlines. One thing I've learned, and I've seen so many people mention this as well on social media, William can make headlines in UK because he controls the media. He controls these experts, everything. There's no journalism in UK, so he trends, he can do whatever. But when it comes to international, man is not going to manipulate that. He is not going to do that. And that's why Harry went viral. The minute it was announced that Harry is going to be in Canada, he was trending everywhere. So William can manipulate the UK media, but he's not going to manipulate international media or everyone. People love Harry and Meghan whether he likes it or not. So that's why he's rattled, and that's why he sent his minions to attack Harry for apparently trying to upstage him, trying to overshadow him. This is something that was scheduled a long time ago. So this man is not happy. He is pissed because he knows the spotlight is going to be on his brother. And again, the UK media knows William is not going to sell papers, given that Harry is going to be in Canada. Oh, they know he's not. So most of them, I know some of them right now are in Rio with William, but I kid you not, just wait till Harry lands in Canada. They will run, they will fly, they will flock Canada because they just want to have a taste of Harry. That is clear as day and night. So they can say that Harry is irrelevant, they can say Harry is unpopular, or Harry is boring, or they don't care about Harry. But at the end of the day, the actions speak something else. They are so invested in everything Harry coded that I don't know if it's sinking. And let me tell you this, the UK media hates William to the bone. They just, whenever they get an opportunity to write shit about him, they go for it. They cannot stand this man, and this is clear as day and night, and it's humiliating because this man is supposed to be having something like all the spotlight, and then here comes his brother, and everything is Harry. That must sting. The one incandescent with rage is not happy. But anyway, guys, here are some of the comments. So your upstate says, this is truly next level because the media did not have to talk about Harry at all. They really could have avoided him altogether and just focused on William. How pathetic. Zainab says, William planned a whole schedule for 3 consecutive days when Harry visited UK. Then William and Kate went on a surprise visit to Northern Ireland on same day of Meghan's DC summit. Yet the media didn't say a word, but Harry announced something and the whole media talking about events clashed with William. Cindy says, and Harry always will make the headlines because he is not boring and fake like Willie. Zoo says, William can't get international headlines like Harry. He can get his minions in the press to try to write stories, but they'll bump those stories to the bottom of the page if Harry or Meghan do anything. Kim says, to be honest, I think UK journalists and media rota are pissed against William for reasons. 1, for doing that TV interview film with actor. 2, for not giving his schedule or inside information. Nem says, I think they are bitter because he's not giving them any interviews. He's feeding all the American journals. Francis says, Prince Harry doesn't steal the limelight. UK media put him in it, regardless of what the others are doing. Duchess says, damn, I'm surprised the British media has just given up and spelled it out for everyone that Willie is irrelevant. OG says, Willie and royal family have known for a year that Harry had been invited for this Canada event. Willie had every opportunity to have his earth flop during a different week. His warped ego is still engaging in this one-sided competition against his brother. The big man says, they know he is useless and his wife is lazy. Elle says, I love this for Willie boy. And then Mark says, this is gonna get some clicks, but not for the good kind. Then there's a picture of William. And then Diane says, the media write the headlines if they want William to have the limelight. They could ignore Harry's announcement. And though they said Harry was irrelevant and William was the popular one. So if that's the case, it wouldn't matter what Harry does unless what they say isn't true. Neil says, the struggle is real. Poor William Parker Bowles stories have minimum traffic, lol. Poor roll routers are doing everything they can, but it's not working for them. Trevor says, I've seen a number of the rota reporting on Harry's trip to Canada, which is now being spun as overshadowing Peggy. I seriously think they are trying to get some shine for the Unroyals being adjacent to Harry. Then Camila says, yikes, I almost feel bad for Willie. Why? Oh, Why Prince Harry even breathe when he knows Willie so desperately needs the limelight? Harry could have easily had Remembrance Day cancelled for until Willie finally becomes a global statement. Poor Willie, maybe in your next lifetime. Tony says they could remove all titles, honors, issue all the letters patent, and Harry will still be more popular, and even more so because he has the charisma, spark, empathy to relate to people as his mother did. DJ says they gave Prince Harry the limelight for free, and the fact that they talk about upstaging and their obsession shows how easy it is to upstage William. What about the subjects of each visit? There's room enough for both, but it excites them to put them against each other. It says, poor heir, one day he will be kind and will still have to live in the shadow of despair. He will be king, and still have to live in the shadow of despair. Then Harry says they could prioritize Willie and ignore Harry. So why don't they? The press is responsible here, not Harry. Then Toneri says, apparently William knowingly attached his plans to Harry's itinerary to play victim. According to the piece, the palace knew of Harry's plans made a year ago. In return, he knew nothing of the details or timings of Prince William's visit to Brazil. Then Sharon says, no, they keep going on about taking away their titles, stupidly believing that once their title is taken away, no one will bother. In fact, if the titles are somehow taken away, Harry and Meghan will become even more popular. It's because they always show up and do good. Then finally, Dreamer says Harry is global and the world is interested. Willie relies heavily on the UK media. So there you have it, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.